Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our educational webinar, proudly hosted by the International Trade Council. I am Anne, your host for today's session. So, before we delve into the core content, let's ensure our technical setup is flawless. Could you kindly indicate in the chat box if my voice is clear and the presentation is visible? So, let's take a moment for everyone to respond for it. So I do believe that everything is working fine now. So let me go ahead and introduce our speaker for today. So today's session promises to be enlightening and engaging, focusing on resilient roots, a tailored business model, thriving amidst challenges. It's an honor to have Ms. Joanne Karkur, partner and executive director at Fair Trade and Tourism Lebanon, as our esteemed speaker. So Ms. Joanne brings a wealth of knowledge and insight that we are eager to gain. So without further ado, I'll pass the virtual stage to you, Ms. Joanne.
Hello. I thank each and every one of you who are attending today. I'm very happy and proud to speak about Fair Trade Lebanon as well as Fair Trade and Tourism Lebanon. I'm a founding member of these both organizations, and so far I was only a board member. Since 2019 and since the situation went really bad in Lebanon, I had to take another job. And this is when I started, like approximately 2 years ago, to manage the commercial operations of Fair Trade Lebanon, which means Fair Trade and Tourism Lebanon. So I will start. Please tell if you can see my presentation, and I will start immediately talking about Fair Trade Lebanon. So, as you can see, we have two parts. We have an NGO part and a commercial company. So, it all started in 2006 after South Lebanon was hit very badly. So, we were five friends with one goal, and it was to support remote areas in South Lebanon. And then the full idea was to help these communities to fish and not to give them the fish. And our edge versus other NGOs, we saw many other NGOs also wanted to support, equipped a lot of co-ops there, a lot of SMEs. But what the edge we had over other NGOs is that we gave them access to markets. So then in 2011, we created Fair Trade and Tourism Lebanon, which was a commercial company and which gave access to markets to many of the co-ops, women co-ops we were working with. So the whole idea was was to have a brand which was called Terroir du Liban, which means lands of Lebanon, where we were promoting Lebanon's refined and authentic cuisine. It's above all a social enterprise, empowering women with story to tell behind every single product we are selling. Now, our business model is quite very unique. It's not one entity working and delivering. What we do is we source the best from every single region or area from Lebanon, so the best products, and all go to a production unit we have in the Bekaa in this area, where we do a quality control, we label the goods, we package them, we palletize, and then we deliver full containers for export. So, as you all know, Lebanon is a nation on the edge. So, from tragedy and war, we could spring beautiful stories. And this is somehow our story. Uh, I'm not sure if you're acquainted enough with Lebanon, but like from 1975 till 1990, Lebanon went through very tough war times. So we used to live in shelters, all of us. Rare are the people who did not. We used to live without electricity, actually, we still do. Without water, we could not always go to our schools. So it was, I am a generation of war, and many from my generation knew the war and still fear it. From 1991 till 2005, we had like a small shaky peace, but it did not last. Then in 2006, Lebanon and mainly South Lebanon was hit, and this is when we started our NGO. 19 October 2019, banks collapsed in Lebanon. They took all our money, whether you had $10 in bank, $1,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion, you lost it all. Till this date, 5 years later, you barely get a max of $400 from your account, whatever is the deposit you have at the bank. August 4, 2020, Lebanon had the third biggest nuclear explosion. Our city was destroyed. The old part of Beirut was almost totally destroyed. Now, since October 17, our country is being hit quite daily, mainly South Lebanon. The olive trees fields were burnt, not all of them, but a lot. We have phosphate that is being thrown in many of the fields there. As you can see, all figures are dropping. We have a poverty rate of 55%, unemployment 35%. You can see that the GDP growth dropped by 25%. Inflation rate went up. So not a single happy indicator, economic indicator. So this is why our journey went through ups and downs. In 2019, FTTL, Fair Trade and Tourism Lebanon, reached a turnover of 1.2 million. In 2020, after the bank's collapse, we lost about $450,000. The 400 $45,000. Hello, Lady Anne, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Purchases are paid in advance. Many of the packaging is to buy full containers in advance. Sometimes you have to buy machinery and equipment. On the other side, customers' payments vary a lot. Some pay 50% in advance, and the balance is paid on delivery or 30 days. But there are some, and one of our biggest customer pays only 50% on delivery or 30 days later, and the balance like 90 days after delivery, which makes a big gap between purchases and payments. Still, we managed to defy obstacles, whether economic, political, or regional. On the OPEX side, we tried hard to manage a cash flow. It's a very tactical daily operation. since we have no credits, no cash, except the cash we are cashing from customers. We revised and optimized all the procedures, all the operations procedures, and we have a strict control on cost, whether it is raw material, packaging, HR, energy, which price is increasing drastically, as well as stock. We also reorganized our production facility. On the other side, concerning the business development, we explored new markets. We participated to international food fairs, and this was a premiere. We developed new products. We enhanced the R&D team and quality control. And also, we are currently aiming to expand our production capacity to answer bigger volumes. So it all started with one customer, 5 references. In 2023, we have more than 50 references, approximately 200 SKUs. We're available in 300 specialty stores in France, including 2 of the finest specialty stores, which are La Grande Épicerie and Gourmet Lafayette. We also sell in Belgium. We sell in Switzerland. We were currently in the biggest point of sale of Geneva, which is Migros Genève. We sell in the Netherlands, in Italy, Germany, Austria, Japan, US, Dubai, Qatar. So even in Japan, we're delivering this month to Japan. We have sold in 2023 5.2 tons of hummus, which is a ready-to-eat hummus, 4.3 tons of tahini, 4.2 tons of baba ghanoush. They're all presented in glass jars ready to eat. We also sold 2 tons of za'atar and sumac. Actually, za'atar has the biggest part of this 2 tons. We sell a lot of molasses, so we have the pomegranate molasses and caroub molasses. We sold 1.5 tons of jams, 2 tons of syrups, and like rose waters. We also did sell wines. We have very good wines, red, rosé, and white, to the US. We delivered a shipment to the US. So all the idea is to promote a true passion for authentic Lebanese food. So we're socially engaged, we're natural products, additive-free, no chemicals, and all our products comes from rural, mainly women co-ops. And mostly we're very proud that there is a story to tell behind every single product we sell. So what somehow our pride is that all our products are sourced from very small and very poor villages, and they are sold in the most refined, like Grande Épicerie or Gourmet Lafayette, so in some of the most refined places in the world. And this is one of our biggest prides. We source from approx 30 co-ops or SMEs. 90% are women-led. We help at least 150 families, and we have empowered more than 250 women. Despite all the problems we went through and are still going through, we keep on walking, rising and shining. In 2023, our tarator, which is a tahini-based sauce, was selected best of at the Paris Gourmet Salon. 2022, our hummus received the Paris Epicure Prize. 2020, our za'atar and sumac was awarded at the Agriculture Paris Salon. We are valued and recommended by grand chefs, notably étoilé chefs, Michelin étoilé chefs. We have press releases in major French publications. We are also part of very refined cuisine gourmet associations. We always hope for better tomorrows. So in 2023, we could participate to Anuga in Cologne in Germany, which was one of the 2 leading food and beverage fairs in Europe. We were the only small enterprise exhibiting in the Lebanese pavilion versus big industrials who has been there for like 20, 30, and 40 years. And still, we noticed that there was a real interest for a product with a story to tell. In 2024, we managed to get funded and participated to BioFach, which is a major organic food fair in Nuremberg. And this October, we're participating to SIAL, which is the second biggest international food fair in Europe. By the end of the year, we're aiming to achieve a plus 30%. Now we always, as you have noticed, we're always cash short, so we always finish our presentation looking for impact investors. The amount we are currently looking for is a 600K US dollar that we would split the 30% OPEX and people, 30% business development to travel, go to fairs, go to marketing, and 40% for equipment, for labs, and for certification. It's important to note that we pay a lot on quality labs and as well as certification. We have a big range of products that is certified organic. So this is a part that is costing us a lot. I had a video that I wanted to show you, but actually I could not download my PowerPoint presentation, and I had to stick to the PDF. And basically, that's it. So the idea is to make food, not to make war. Thank you, and I'm open to any question.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Joanne. So now let's delve into your questions. So please continue to type them into the Q&A tab or on the chat box. I'll select a few for Joanne to address it live. Let's make this interactive and insightful for everyone. So while we were waiting for their questions, I have a brief announcement, or before we conclude, I'd like to share a few important announcements for everyone. That today's session has been recorded and will be accessible on the ITC YouTube channel, serving as a valuable resources. Attendees not yet members of the ITC are also eligible for a free membership, so don't miss out on this opportunity to join to our community. And lastly, participants or all of the participants will receive a certificate of participation. Please watch your email for further instructions. So let me check. If there's anyone who wanted to ask a question, you can type them on the chat box or here on the Q&A tab. So while we were waiting, do you have any final thoughts or do you would like to share anything about your topic today?
Lady Anne, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, I
Do you
think
would like? Uh,
I'm okay
okay,
for
so
now. And if there are no questions, thank you, Patricia, for your comment. I know you know about us a lot. Thank you for being there today.
thank you so much. So let me check. So I think there's no. So I encourage everyone, if there's anything that you would like to ask about the topic, you can definitely type them in the chat box or on the Q&A tab. So for John Samson, We will be uploading the replay of it on the ITC. We will informing you about it. So let me show the question from Bing here on the screen.
Okay.
So beside France, do you also collaborate with other countries in Europe?
Yes, in France we have an exclusive distributor. So this is why we can not get in touch with other customers. We have to go through our distributor. While for other countries in Europe, we're open. We don't have exclusivity. So yes, if you're interested, I will. I guess you have my email. I will write it again, and we're open to any opportunity or at least any talk, any email, any call. We're always open and ready to take it further. And I wrote my email in the chat box.
Okay, so thank you so much. Here, you also have a follow-up questions like Spain, for example, which is a country full of food culture as well.
Yeah, yeah, okay. We're open to Spain. We're open to any other European country. Actually, it's France and Belgium where we cannot take more. Thank you, Bank. Yeah, sure, Lisa. It's tough, but it's doable.
Okay, so I will also display on the screen the email address of Miss Joanne if ever that you would like to connect with her about her presentation. And I will also leave my email address here for those anyone or not yet a member of the ITC. You can send an email to this. So, do you have any final thoughts again that you would like to share with us?
I'm okay. I'm done. Thank you, Lydian.
Yeah, thank you so much. Also, so a big thank you to you again, Miss Joanne. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate your presentation for today and your expert insights today. And to all of our participants, thank you for your active participation and thoughtful questions. Your engagement enriches our webinars. Look out also for follow-up information in your email, including how to claim your certificate. So, wishing you all wonderful afternoon and looking forward to welcoming you to the future webinars. Goodbye for
Thank
now.
you, Lydian. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss
Bye.
Joanne. Have a good one to you.
Bye.